Hi, welcome to the University of Connecticut's budget proposal. This is being brought kind of live to you from the CNN tower at the Omni Parker Hotel in Atlanta, Georgia. Uconn has an academic vision that is reflected in the campus master plan. There are 5 components that comprise this plan. They are a path toward excellence in research and scholarship, sustaining excellence in undergraduate education, achieving excellence in graduate education, attaining excellence in teaching effectiveness, and a path toward excellence in public engagement. For the purposes of this proposal, we are going to focus on sustaining excellence in undergraduate education. Under Category 1, Physical, I want to mention that the master plan extends to 2035 and includes a lot of what I would suggest for changes. As an alumni, my biggest suggestion would be a new student recreational facility. Fortunately, that is already in the works. To fund this, I would suggest money from the physical, from both the operating budget and the capital budget, as well as some money from intramural, recreational, and intercollegiate facilities. More specifically, I would look at the 15% revenue that athletics contributes. I figure if athletes are using the student recreational facilities, even if it's just to train, maybe some of the profits should be applied to the construction of the new center. For Category 2, Technological, I had 2 suggestions. One, improving the quality of the wireless access points on campus. We know that there are already 4,000, thanks to Dr. Mundring coming in and speaking to us, but based on how spotty some of the service can be, I think that could be improved. I would also suggest making changes to the mobile app, since it's kind of hard to navigate and doesn't have all the components that I would hope that a mobile app would have. I would look to support this change using funds from the technological part of the operating budget, and I also think that this seems to fall under the 11% of fee revenue that is wrapped into tuition. We could also take money from the equipment, library collections, and telecommunications part of the budget. For Category 3, Inclusive, the master plan has a section titled Campus Structure and Identity. I know that the inclusive category doesn't have to include the physical environment, but I think in this case it's appropriate. Some of the planning issues that were listed were to develop a meaningful and campus-wide open space system, to establish a sense of arrival and identity on campus, and to design buildings in conversation with one another and the spaces around them. To fund this, I would look for funds from both the operating budget and the capital budget, more specifically the appropriations category, especially anything that's related to the Next Generation Connecticut initiative, as they have their own operating funding. Most of the new buildings that are constructed on campus fall under this category, so I think that would be an easy place to get the money. However, over the past year, the operating funds were less than they had anticipated, so we might also be able to tap into the grants and contracts part of the budget, as well as the foundations and endowment part of the budget. For Category 4, the organizational environment, the master plan lists centralizing administration and student affairs in the Heritage District as their #1 priority. There are a lot of big ideas, including making Wilbur-Cross even more of a central hub to the campus, improving the infrastructure on Mansfield Road, and then in the long term, making most of the historic buildings administration offices. In order to fund this, I think that would definitely come from both the operating and the capital budget, more specifically the physical plant and the infrastructure maintenance fee. And to fund it, I think that the infrastructure maintenance fee could be increased. Thank you so much for listening to my budget proposal. I would really appreciate any feedback that you can give, because I am new to this and I'm always willing to listen to constructive criticism. Thanks!